Patrick Reynolds, and this is Aspen Archery USA. This is part 2 of traditional archery. If you haven't seen part 1, I'd recommend you go to Aspen Archery USA's channel and click on part 1 before you watch part 2. So let's jump on into it. I said I'm going to cover why I shoot traditional archery and some of the benefits of traditional archery. I guess I'll go into the benefits of traditional archery. Traditional archery is great for any fast-moving or in-spot stock hunting situations, in my opinion, and it's just a lot of fun. With a traditional bow, I can be very fast in my shot, and I don't have to lock back like I would with a compound, look through a peep, line up my pins, find out what yardage it is, and then shoot. With traditional archery, I know my limitations of how far I can shoot and make an accurate shot, and I don't need to know my distance. I can look at an animal, see if it's in range or not. If it is, pull back that bow, release, and make a quick shot. That's good for kind of spot stock hunting. You need to make a fast shot before the animal runs away. It's good for small game hunting when there's a lot of movement, like squirrels are always moving, rabbits are always running, pheasants flying in the air. You're making fast shots, instinctive shots. You're looking at what you want to hit, and through shooting your bow enough time and learning the arc of your arrow, you hit the spot. I like to have a very relaxed form when I shoot. I like to be relaxed. But that's pretty much it. That's the upside to traditional archery. The downside is to it, it takes a lot more to master. Compound shootings, once you get to a certain level, it gets pretty easy. And like my friend Brian, he only shoots his bow a couple weeks before deer season, and he can hit the bullseye every single time at 40 yards. So it gets pretty easy at a point, and he's starting traditional archery because he wants to spice up his hunting. But I'm not here to knock on compounds. Compound's an excellent weapon. It's accurate, a lot more accurate than a compound or a recurve or a longbow, and it's a lot easier to master. But it's all in the hands of the person. I'm a lot more accurate than one of my friends with my recurve than he is with his compound. So it's really about how much time you put in, and how consistent you are, and how good of a shot you are. So, I've gone up the upsides and downsides of traditional archery. Now I'm going to go into why I hunt and why I use a traditional bow. I hunt because I love the outdoors. But people ask me why I can't enjoy the outdoors and by hiking or camping, because by hunting I do all those things at once. And I love the food I get out of hunting. It's so much better than all this processed crap you're going to buy in the supermarkets. Deer meat is the best meat that you can get on this planet. Any wild game meat is the best meat you can get. You know how the deer died, or how the animal you killed died, what it went through, and how it was processed. No one else is processing this animal for you unless you send it out to a place, but I recommend you do it yourself. You'll get more greater appreciation for life and how you got that food. And that's another thing. I have a greater appreciation of life than anybody that doesn't hunt, because I know life and death. I have appreciation for the food I eat because I killed it myself. I processed it. And I'm going to steal a little something from Ted Nugent. When you kill a deer, you don't just handle that deer with respect. You handle it with reverence for the gift of life. And I do. Every single kill, from a squirrel, anything, small squirrel, to I don't care, a huge elk, you handle it with the same amount of respect, because that was a living creature that you just killed, and you're going to make sure you eat it, or it goes to some use, dog food, whatever, and you make sure it doesn't go to waste. Well, I started hunting with a traditional bow at, I want to say, 11 or 12. I was shooting Olympic archery and a little bit of compound, and it got too easy, and I wanted I liked the look of traditional bows. I liked how your equipment was personalized, how it all didn't look the same. You know, I mean, nobody's bow setup and everything's the same like it is in compounds where everybody has at least some pretty much same variation of their bow. You know what I mean? So that's what I liked. I liked the camaraderie at the 3D shoots. It's not like with compound shooters. A lot of times compound shooters don't say a word to each other. If you see a traditional guy at the compound, at the 3D shoots, at least for me, we tend to like to talk to each other at least. That's why I've noticed whenever someone, you know, I'm shooting my recurve and they're shooting their recurve, or they're a compound shooter and a recurve shooter, and they see me shooting my recurve, they instantly go over and talk to me. I do the same thing if I see another person shooting their recurve, because I meet a lot of nice people. I meet some great people. I've met my best friend that way. It's a great thing to do with the family. Traditional archery is, but there's so many just wonderful things about traditional archery. There's rendezvous you can go do. I don't think there's a lot of compound rendezvous. And by rendezvous, I don't mean just a 3D shoot. I mean everybody camps out. There's vendors there. There's a 3D shoot. I'm really talking about New Jersey. This is how, at least the New Jersey one. I believe, what's it called? I have the pin right on my quiver. The Appalachian Bowman Whittingham Traditional Shoot in New Jersey. It's coming up in April. Great shoot. If you live near there, I'd recommend going. Camaraderie is great. You meet a lot of great different people there. A lot of fun people. There's raffles. Everybody's really nice. If you don't know anything, there's a bunch of people that didn't know anything about traditional archery but wanted to try. Everybody helped them out, and I think, you know, I think it's great. You know, I mean, you want to bring new people into the sport all the time of anything, hunting, whatever, any kind of hunting or fishing. Just bring new people out. It doesn't matter how you're doing it, as long as you're doing it. This has been Aspen Archery USA. I hope I've helped you out a little understanding what traditional archery is, and my gear that I'll be using for the season. So thank you all for watching, and check out our other videos.